Welcome to Truck and Chubby Sports, where we backing our yapping, we ain't never capping, not subtracting, so what's happening? This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's, this is the fans' point of view, and what you know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's, this is the fans' point of view, and what I know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's, this is the fans' point of view, and what we know. This ain't the coaches and pros, the X's and O's, this is the fans' point of view, and what we know. So let's go.
Yo, what's going on with everybody up out there, man? Welcome to the Fast Point of View podcast. Y'all see my co-host over here chilling, Shad over here, man. We gonna start off the show, man, today, man. You know, we lost a great jaw and Carl Weathers. Rest in peace to him and his family. He peacefully went to sleep and stayed asleep February 1st, 2024. We all know Carl Weathers from the Apollo Creed movies and him playing in several of the Rocky Balboa movies. To be particular, it was Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4. He also appeared in Creed. He also did a voice on Toy Story 4. Made appearances in television shows such as Good Times, Kung Fu, Cannon, Starsky and Hutch, and Barnaby Jones. It's a little bit before my time. But he also appeared in one of our late great King of Pop videos in Michael Jackson. Bet some like people didn't know that. As y'all know, he was in Creed also. I mentioned that earlier. But he was a linebacker at Long Beach City College, 1966 to 1967. Attended San Diego State, 1968 and 1969. He went undrafted in the NFL, 1970. Wound up playing for the Oakland Raiders, 1970 to 1971. Then he went up to the British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada, and played for the Canada Football League, 1971 to 1973. He was a beloved father, husband, and grandfather, and we just wanted to start off the show tonight with paying him homage before we get up into it. So we'll have a quick moment of silence for Carl Weathers. Now let's get into it. Because, boy, we got some things to talk about today. Shad said, bruh. He hit me up early this week. He said, bruh. I said, what's up? What's going on? He said, man, why is they always jumping on Lamar Jackson and they ain't got nothing to say about Josh Allen? And I said, man, I don't know. I said, ain't they like the same? He said, that's what I'm saying. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass it off to my co-host. I'm going to let him go ahead and give y'all this work.
How you doing today, dog?
Hey, dog, I'm doing good, dog. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
I mean, I don't get it, right? I don't get it. You go in the chats, you hear people that, discuss this particular topic. They say, okay, well, we rather have other quarterbacks. So you start hearing the names. All right, Mahomes. You'll hear someone say maybe Russell Wilson, Joe Burrow, things like that. But then when you get to talking about, you rather have Josh Allen, I start getting confused because I'm like, they one and the same, right? So both of them drafted in 2018.
Correct.
Obviously, Lamar Jackson was drafted to back up Joe Flacco towards the end of the year. But these are the numbers. Lamar Jackson is 58-19 as a starter. Josh Allen is 63-30. Lamar Jackson has 125 career passing touchdowns, 45 interceptions. So essentially, he's throwing nearly 3 passing touchdowns for every interception.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen, on the other hand, has 167 passing touchdowns, 78 interceptions, which essentially he's just throwing 2 touchdowns, for every interception. Now, some want to bring up the aspect that, okay, well, Josh Allen throws the ball more, so, it's more risk, involved in all of this. And sure, if that's what you want to say to maybe make a case, then fine by me. But all I see is two guys that are similar.
Right.
Lamar has 3 Pro Bowls. Allen has 2. Lamar has 3 All Pros. Josh Allen has 2. Lamar Jackson, I think he's gonna get his second MVP this year. So that's 2. That's 2-0. The biggest thing that I feel like that really has helped Josh Allen to maybe somewhat look better than Lamar Jackson is the addition of Stephon Diggs, right? Stephon Diggs, one of my favorite receivers in the league. Over the last 4 years, Stephon Diggs has 100+ catches over the last 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen, from he's a turnover machine in many aspects, right? Over the last 4 years, Josh Allen has 44 fumbles, 61 interceptions. Lamar Jackson has 36 fumbles and 39 interceptions. Now, it's noted, obviously, that Lamar Jackson runs the ball more than Josh Allen does, but he has less interceptions. Less fumbles, and he also has less interceptions.
There you go.
So I'll close out by saying this, right? These are the similarities that both guys have had over the last, since 2018, and I do not see how anyone can say one is better than the other. Both guys were seen as inaccurate quarterbacks coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them have had good to great defenses during their particular tenure.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that I will say that's been the separator is the fact that Lamar Jackson has not had a true number one receiver, while Josh Allen has. And I think that you've had this number one receiver. Now, playoff record, Josh Allen's 5-4, Lamar Jackson's 2-4. So, again, we're somewhat splitting hairs here. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm just confused at how Josh Allen is let off the hook when you have everything that a quarterback needs to succeed, and you can't get over there. Can't get over there.
So, are you finished? Are you finished?
Yeah.
Are you finished yet? Look, man. Look, I like Josh Allen, and we got Mr. Jeremiah Lucas over here in the chat saying that they're both garbage. They both can't handle pressure. Well, I disagree. I like them both. Is it that they can't handle pressure, or is the offensive lines failing them when the lights are brighter, when the games are more meaningful? I think that's what it is. Because if you look around, how many times they getting sacked, right? And look, they both are essentially the same quarterback. And he went into stats as far as regular season. He gave you the career stats, and he gave you career fumbles and passing everything, right? So I went to Pro Football Focus, and Pro Football Focus got them ranked damn near the same way. Now let me read this to y'all. Pro Football Focus on both of them. I'm gonna go both stats. I'm gonna go offensive grades. I'm gonna go to their passing grade, and then I'm gonna go to their run grade. Excuse me, something is in my eye. So their offensive grade for Lamar Jackson is a 90.4 overall offense. Josh Allen's overall on PFF is a 92.1. Lamar's passing is at an 83. They graded him at an 83. They graded Josh Allen at an 88. Lamar Jackson's run grade is a 90.8, while Josh Allen's run is a 91.4. That's damn near the same. You can go damn near the same with that, right? You know what I mean? And the overall offense of grade, right? This damn near the same. However, Josh Allen has taken 104 more snaps than Lamar. He passed the ball 100 times more than Lamar. And Lamar, yeah, like you said, Lamar has ran the ball more, but only 22 times more than Josh Allen. And they both getting killed in the playoffs by the same team. And I will argue, and I'm a Josh Allen fan, but I would argue, like you can argue that Lamar has done better versus the Chiefs than Josh Allen has. Why do I say that? Because he just has a better record versus the Chiefs. For some people who's wondering what's the record versus the Chiefs, I'm sure y'all have seen it. I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. Josh Allen versus the Chiefs is what? 3-3. And Lamar is 3-1. Including the regular season games and playoff games. Right? So what I was really trying to look at here was some playoff stats, and you read them all out, so I don't even have to read them all. So that's why I just brought up the Pro Football Focus, because you hit on all the points and all the notes that I had too, Shad. So everything you said is valid, and I don't understand why people are giving him a hard time. The only thing that I can say they're giving him a hard time, and essentially, look, Josh Allen been to the playoffs more than Lamar Jackson. He's been to the playoffs more than him. I don't know if anybody knows that, but he played in 10 playoff games, and Lamar only played in 6 playoff games. He made it to the playoffs more. I'm not sure if that's what they're saying. Like Lamar, they both came in the league, in 2018. It was both drafted in the first round. They both 27. Look, he got a playoff record. Josh Allen's playoff record is 5-5. Lamar's is 2-4. He's lost more games in the playoff. I don't know if that got something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. But their offensive lines have failed them when the times meet them most, because let's go to the first playoff game in Lamar Jackson. When he first played his first playoff game, he was sacked 7 times. He dropped back 29 times, but he was sacked 7 times that game in 2018. 2019 playoff game, okay, I'll read the stats too. 2019, he was 31 for 59 for 52%, 365 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 4 sacks, had a passer rating of 63 that game. In that year, okay, 2020, 2 games played, he was 31 for 48, 64%, 341 yards. He had he had no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He was sacked 8 times that game. Like, this is what's happening when they're in the playoffs. This is playoff stats. This ain't regular season. This ain't regular season stats. This is all in the playoffs. You getting sacked, that's a lot of times you on your ass. Now, just this last game, in the playoffs, this last playoff stretch he went through, he was 36 for 59, 61%, 424 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was sacked 7 times. This is Lamar Jackson, man. They getting sacked like crazy in the playoffs. They're going through the regular season chewing shit up. But as soon as they get to the playoffs, their offensive line is just night and day out there. And I think that's what's failing them. And when you're looking at it and you're not really looking at the stats and you just watching the games, it's easy to just see like, damn, they can't handle the pressure. Well, damn, if you're getting pressured that much time where you on your ass that much, like, that matters. That matters. Getting sacked that much, that matters. Okay, even Josh Allen, for instance, let's go to his 2022 playoff stats, okay? In 2022, he had 2 games played, was 48 for 81, had a completion percentage of like 59. He had 616 yards. He had 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He was sacked 8 times. 8 times in 2 games. That's a lot. 4 games, 4 sacks in 1 game is a lot. Let alone you only playing 2 and you getting sacked 8 times. That's a whole lot of damn time to be on your ass, you ask me. But look, Shad, I couldn't answer that question for you, brother. I couldn't answer why they are not getting on Josh Allen just as much as they are Lamar Jackson, when they are both dual threat quarterbacks, came out the same year, same age. I mean, one has been to the playoffs more, sure, but when you're in the playoffs, you're expected to win, right? And he hasn't won neither in the playoffs as much. Neither one of them's been to the big dance yet. And they're just getting sacked a lot. I mean, they're both getting sacked a whole lot in the playoffs and shit when the games matter the most. And that's what I'm seeing in the difference. So, hey, You got anybody else got anything to add, or you want to add something up on this, Shad, real quick before we get off this?
No, I mean other than the fact that I would probably like it better. I think it would be a this discussion would go differently. I feel like if Lamar had a Stephon Diggs to throw the ball to, right? So then if you want to say that, okay, I'll take Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson, then fine. But right now, I don't see how someone
Right.
can sit up here and
Because
say,
he just got back Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews came back that playoff game against the was it Chiefs? You know what I'm
yeah, the
saying?
Chiefs.
Right.
Yeah,
He just came back against the Chiefs and he was
yeah,
out, so and Mark Andrews is his number one target. I mean, if you ask me, really, like shit. Like I honestly think that Mark Andrews could be the best tight end in the damn league when he played it all the way through. Cause I see him twice a year. He be killing everybody. So I
yeah.
dig it.
So
What up, Unc? What up? What's going on with everybody out there? LNV, Unc dropping through in the podcast. What's going on with y'all? So yeah, man, but like I don't understand that, Shad. I don't get that, bro. I don't get it. If y'all ain't got nothing else to add, we gonna move on. Y'all can always jump back. The link to the shows in the chat right there. It's in the chat. Y'all could jump up. You ain't gotta worry about your face being on screen. You could just jump in audio only. You know what I'm saying? That's like our ghetto call-in line. But it works. You know what I'm saying? It works, you dig? All right. But we're gonna move on to the next subject, man. You know what I'm saying? That was a good one. That was good, very, very good, actually. So all right, the Gannon Knights now. I just wanted to talk about this is the Division 2 program out my way in Erie. They was trash last year. I mean, they only won 2 games. I'm trying to get the interview with the coach. I just wanted to shout them out real quick. I already had made the slide up, so I'm not gonna take them off the show. They 18-2 this year. Jordan Lee is the head coach out there. He's running a defense and an offense that really no basketball team has seen. And y'all remember that name, Jordan Lee, because I'm sure we'll be hearing it in a Division 1 program somewhere down the line in the next 3 years, because this defense and offense that he's got Gannon running, they don't know what to do. These Division 2 schools out this way, they absolutely don't know how to do. When you talk about a basketball program going like 1-30 last year, I'm over exaggerating, but they only won 2 games out of like 28 games last year or something, and now they're 19-2. That's crazy, and that's in 1 year. So I just wanted to, shout that out real quick. Now, this is the topic that a lot of people been waiting for us to jump on a long time. This NBA, these 65 games. Let's talk about it, Shad. Let's talk about this, bro. Like, how are you feeling about this?
I don't see why it's so hard to play 65 games. What kind of blows my mind, right, is I'm sure just like, I mean, you say you're not as on social media a lot, but I'm sure you've seen guys working out.
Mm-hmm.
So what's confusing me is that you have athletes that by their own declaration are faster, bigger, stronger, and better. But yet they're more fragile now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. And so for guys to have a pushback to say, well, hey, requiring us to play 65 games, that's just too many games to play. I always kind of go back to how it was, when you're in school. They always say all it takes is one bad apple to spoil the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
You've been good all day. You think you're gonna go outside, play recess, and that one kid,
Mm-hmm.
why it's time to be quiet, they want to be up and talk. And so that's all this is. You've been resting players for the resting players that were healthy for playoff pushes,
Mm-hmm.
and now the league has stepped in because they're in a negotiation for a contract for a TV deal to help get y'all more money, and y'all are complaining.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't make any sense. But I'm and like I said, we spoke about it over the
Right.
phone. You were gonna bring up the Draymond, but Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons get drafted. Doesn't play for 2 entire years because Tyrese Halliburton and other people are making it about this minimum is going to affect them in terms of maybe getting some additional money because they're not making all NBA teams and stuff like that. Ben Simmons didn't play for 2 years.
Right.
Drafted in 2016, didn't play until 2018. Ben Simmons won Rookie of the Year.
How in the hell did that happen, bro?
You've been in the league for 2 years.
Mm-mm.
So you took an award. The NBA gave this man an award over someone that just got there.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Ben Simmons now. People don't even consider him a basketball player anymore.
Can't even play.
So,
and they took it from Donovan Mitchell. He took the award from Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell should, by the way, y'all, 2018 Rookie of the Year should have been Donovan Mitchell. He should have got the Rookie of the Year in the NBA that year because he played way more games, and Ben Simmons was not a damn rookie. He was a rookie for 2 years after that. And by the way, like, I mean, I'm gonna let Shad finish. I'm gonna let you finish, bro, because there's so much more that we can get into. Like, okay, like for instance, Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic. Like, how the hell he get a Rookie of the Year? Wasn't he a pro since he was 16, 17 years old overseas?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's just be honest. Was he or not? Because a lot of those teams over there, a lot of those teams that's overseas, they're pro teams. They go to the Olympics. A lot of those guys who play go to the Olympics and play for their nations. So Luka's been playing against those guys overseas. That's on Olympics teams. And he go ahead and what the hell? Like, how the hell that happened? He's a Rookie of the Year? No, that was a questionable call. You know what I'm saying? That definitely was a questionable call to get him like that. What up, South Coast Kane out there? I see you. But like, and then another one, right? I want to say another one, and this might rub some people the wrong way because he can ball, but LaMelo Ball. How in the hell is LaMelo Ball getting a Rookie of the Year? He was another one who played overseas. He played overseas too. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So how can he be eligible to get a Rookie of the Year trophy from the NBA? There's a trend here that's happening, y'all. And it's the most popular guy just gets a participation trophy. That's what's wrong with sports now.
Basically, yeah.
Every time they give my kid one of them participation trophies and they ain't winning championship, I'd be like, man, put that shit away. Like, you didn't win nothing. Like, you didn't win shit. Like, I mean, it's just being honest. And it's upon me to teach them that because they're not going to teach them that out there. But it's like, wow. And you look and you see. So, you know, and I'm going to close on it, but you just look and I'm just looking at all these stats, right? So let's go. And who should have won Rookie of the Year that year in the 2018-2019 season? Who should have won? It should have been DeAndre Ayton. He averaged a double-double. We got a few people that want to jump in on the conversation. So I'm going to let him come in and I'm going to see what he got to say real quick. See if I can hear his voice. Can you hear us?
What up, man?
What's going on?
What's up with you?
I ain't nothing. What's going on? You want to add in on the topic, huh?
Yeah. You know, I ain't a football guy, but you know, we talk that hoops. You know, I got tap, man.
Well, let's go.
No, I was saying in the chat, I was like, the only reason Ben Simmons got that because he was the next up to look like the next LeBron, from his position to his size, and the way they thought that he was going to dominate the NBA was the reason why he was the poster child, and he got basically redshirted to be the next up as LeBron. If you notice, when he was in the league and when he came back, all eyes was on him.
Right.
And they stayed on him even through his bad times. And that's why, even how he is now, his mental, you can see he's shook out there. But going back on subject, that's the reason why he got the Rookie of the Year.
Do you think that still deserves it though? You still think it's
no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
He definitely never deserved it.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm looking I'm getting to looking at the stats. I'm like, man, this is wow. Like, what is like all this? Like, it don't make sense. It just seems like a lot of these guys are getting trophies because they're the most popular at that time in the sport in the NBA, and it's moving down to 65 games. So you know, the one thing I could say about the NBA moving down to 65 games, and I'm gonna say this in closing with this on this topic, is playing all 65 games, it should be accounted for when deciding the MVP, the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Six Man, Most Improved, First, Second, and Third Team NBA. You must, if there's only 65 games, you have to play all 65 games to be a winner of each award that I just named. If you can't play all 65, then you don't even. Then you shouldn't even matter. I don't care. No injury happens or anything.
I agree with that. At least you got to play 50 of the games. I could give them a couple for injuries. You know what I mean? But you at least got to play 50 of the games to even be considered for any of that. Yeah,
All right. Word. I appreciate you popping through. I appreciate you popping through like that too. That was dope. I like that.
I'll always be in the cut, man. If you know how I do.
Yeah, word. I like that. That NBA, man. That NBA. But yeah, I don't get it. There, everybody, it just seems like everybody gets a damn trophy. And then you got people getting robbed, like Anthony Edwards. How is like he should have got it the Rookie of the Year that year, 2018 and the 2018-19 season. Anthony Edwards, he got robbed. He should have got Rookie of the Year. Not LaMelo, because LaMelo played overseas in the pros. Like you can't, like they're not rookies. They're fucking pros. They've been playing pro ball since they was 16. Like the hell, like
You know what? I could give that to you. But I could flip it too, though. Now check this out. They didn't go to college.
they didn't go to college. They did.
So in turn, it's us being spoiled, right? Because we have a set criteria of how we watch sports. You go from little to high school, you know what I mean, to college to the pros. If you go from high school to the pros, then you was the top of the cream of the crop, right? So it's pretty much like the same for them. They just skip the college aspect. They go straight from high school to their pro.
To where?
Because it's all about money. You feel me? The Domas got marketability out there, like you saying about Luka. Luka was Jordan to them,
right?
So him going to the NBA was just like I see what you see. He got a better skill set of going against players that were already elite.
Right.
So his training was already better than a college student.
Right.
Into the NBA.
Right. They already played pros. Because when those players overseas are playing for their sad nations,
right,
on their Olympic teams.
You're right.
They're not just no regular street dude, like no regular students. You know what I mean? Their training they're pros over there. They're playing pros. Like I give it to them that they were good enough to go overseas and play pro ball. But the fact of the matter was they were playing pro ball already. So how do you come into another pro league saying that you're a rookie when you already playing pros? I mean, I get it though. That's damn sure. That's a damn good argument. What you said, I definitely feel that. I definitely respect that. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's just. You know, I when it comes to this basketball thing, I defer, you know, to a lot because I'm still learning this hoop thing. But you know, when it come down to these stats is numbers don't lie.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Numbers don't
lie. I got
lie.
a question though for you. So I heard you speaking on Luka. What you don't think Luka the nicest?
I think Luka is nice. I think Luka's nice. I'm not saying that Luka's not nice. What I'm saying is, all I was saying was that Luka should not have got Rookie of the Year, saying that he was already a pro player since he was like 16 years old, maybe even younger. Okay. He shouldn't have got Rookie of the Year. Luka is nice. I agree. But if you get to talking about, do I think Luka could survive back in the day NBA? I don't think a lot of these players survive in the back of the day NBA. But
I don't think not one player. You know what was crazy? Somebody like what's your boy's name for Dylan the villain from the Rockets. He would be a person who could play back in the day. Draymond Green, even though you know what I mean, the stuff they do is like outlandish, but the way they played back in the day, you know what I mean?
How he played.
Yeah. And these guys nowadays were soft. You know what I mean? All that center shooting threes and all that.
You know who Draymond remind me of? He remind me of Draymond remind me of Charles Barkley, yo.
Mm-hmm.
He remind me of Barkley, yo.
Like a Rodman Barkley have
Yeah.
type player. Yeah.
Even that Charles Oakley type attitude, and people fear him like how they feared Charles Oakley type deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's but but they're just soft. But yeah, no, Luka's nice, but they pros, man. Him and LaMelo came in the game already pros, already seasoned up. You know what I'm saying? And the game speed overseas is way faster than college ball. So them adjusting to that and coming in the NBA, it was nothing. You know what I mean? It
Right.
was like riding a bike. They was like, soon as I get to know how these players play, and it's over. I mean, they let them get a little bit more physical in the NBA than overseas, but now the NBA is even changing more like a Euro ball. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of the shit they talk about, like hand checking and certain stuff, is
Yeah.
like needed in basketball. From a person who plays basketball, it like if I like, just hypothetically, if I play in the NBA, right, people not being able to get physical with a person leads to a lot of the defensive breakdowns, because what happens is you can't get your body up on the person and touch them, right? So you can't physically understand. Like, basketball is kind of mental too, so you got to feel pause, you got to feel the body, you know what I mean, where you going. If you can't do that, then the person, that's why you see like highlights, these dudes doing all these moves and stuff to be looking all crazy. There ain't
Mm-hmm.
no way somebody going to do 3 crossovers and bam it back and do all in my face. Like, you ain't never seen it back in the day. You had to be so
Yeah.
you had to be Michael Jordan to be able to do something like that. It was only certain players. Everybody could do it in the NBA now. Like, but that attributes to playing, like you said, Euroball. You know what I mean? The non-physical. You know what I mean? Everybody shooting threes and everybody trying to shoot threes from half court now and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It turned into like a Globetrotters type show. Like,
All right, let me ask you one more question before we move on with the topic. Do
okay,
you think LeBron James was cheated out of the out of that 2000, what was it? What year was that? I think it was the 2018 year of the MVP. You think he was cheated, or you think James Harden should have got that?
no, I think Harden. I'm gonna
Harden.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like, I love LeBron, but I'm gonna tell you one thing about LeBron. I ain't like, he introduced the non-loyalty in the NBA.
Mm,
When we grew up, we learned loyalty through the teams. We only knew the Bulls, the Knicks, the Sonics. There were certain, you know what I mean, certain teams that were a cream of the crop that we knew, and there was reasons for that, because there was players on them teams that transcended years upon years. I'm talking about from when these players were young till they were old.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They stayed with these teams. It was win, lose, or draw. These dudes, these dudes found ways to buck the system at any cost to get whatever they need, that they think that they can get to these championships. And he introduced that. So I
Mm-hmm.
love LeBron, but I don't a lot of stuff he gets, I don't think he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you playing in this time right now, and then you overtaking the top scorer and all that. Like, yeah, you're going to do that because there's, like we said before, there's no physicality in the situation. You're the
Right.
biggest dude out there. It's like, you know what I mean? Basically, I mean, he's not the tallest, but basically, you're the biggest dude, so you can do whatever. You got a
Right.
skill set to be able to do whatever, but it's like, who are you doing it against?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. I agree, and I like, you know what I'm saying, and I agree with that. I think honestly, I like LeBron more as the person more than an NBA player. You know what I'm saying? The things he do, the voice that he puts out on social media, the things he touches on social media, like he stands out in front of things. I think I like that more than it is the NBA player. Because you right about that. Staying down with your team means a lot. Loyalty with your fellows that going to war with, yeah, that means a lot. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Yo, I feel you got anything to add on that, Shad? You want to rap to me for a second?
Oh no, I mean that I agree. I agree with it. With everything that he said. So yeah, that's a good perspective to look at it at.
All right. All right. Well, we gonna move on, man. We gonna move on. You gonna rock with us for a second because we moving on to the next one.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, let's go ahead, do your thing.
the Oakland Raiders. This is my co-host's favorite team. You feel me? The Raiders. they've been making some headlines, Shad, man. And the Raiders, man, and one thing that got me a little upset, I ain't gonna lie, Shad. When I seen the headline that Robert Spillane earned a career high grades in run blocking and pass rushing with the Oakland Raiders, I'm like with the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm sorry, not the Oakland Raiders. I rewind that. Yo, I'm like, we had him. Why is we letting these good players slip out of Pittsburgh, man? I don't understand this, man. Hey, I don't know. I don't know. And then they producing more than the linebackers that we got there. Like I don't get that. But
Y'all got the plumber, Miles Jack. Now going to be a plumber.
I
Y'all went and got that man out of his tech school to come out and get a
man,
personal foul.
I rock. I rocks with him though, man. You know, but they talking about y'all getting Kirk Cousins. Y'all don't got a OC right now. Like, what you thinking about all this, Shad? Like, what's going on with all that? What you thinking about all this, bro?
Calamity. But you know what? Cliff Kingsbury has done this before. He had got hired to be the offensive coordinator for USC.
Mm-hmm.
The Arizona Cardinals turned around and offered him the head coaching job, which obviously I'm not taking a offensive coordinator gig over going to the NFL, so I don't blame him for that. But he's done that before. Seems to be that he's trying to go ahead and get over there to the Commanders, and from a they're in a better draft position than we are, so may have a better shot at getting a Drake May or getting a Caleb Williams, depending on how that goes. So, you know, it kind of is what it is. Kind of looking at some of the names that are left, guys that we're targeting. Chip Kelly was a guy that we ended up interviewing. He's trying to get away from UCLA. I don't necessarily know how his offense will fit into the NFL because we saw it before. We saw it with Philadelphia. Then he went over there and had a cup of coffee, you know, with the 49ers. It didn't look well. It didn't look well.
Right.
Hugh Jackson is another name. Frank Reich is another name. And then Luke Getsy is another name who was an offensive coordinator for the Bears, who you weren't retained by the new guy. So I mean, I don't necessarily know what it is that we're going to be doing right now. It's kind of unfortunate because some of the candidates that may have been a little bit higher on the totem pole, they've already settled into their new position. So you're kind of going to end up getting a retread.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I don't. It's a mess right now, man.
It is, and I agree. I'm gonna drop a bomb for you. I agree. Look, they all over the place now. I think your Raiders all over the place right now with that, man. But like I don't know who they're going to get, like you said, to fill that void, that offensive coordinator right now, because the best names right now has like they're gone. They're gone. I mean, and the other ones that's out there right now, they all defensive specialists, right? I mean, you getting to look at Vrabel. I don't think Vrabel's gonna come up. He can't be that. He's a defensive guy. Pete Carroll, defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I guess I don't know. The thing about Hugh Jackson was interesting about that is that Hugh Jackson was fired by the Raiders in the past. I don't know if there's any bad blood still there.
I like that. I kind of like that name. I like that name out of all like, you know what I'm saying, out of everybody that you know. He give me that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like he give me that vibe. Like I think he could go get something done, but who's gonna play quarterback though, Shad? Who gonna play quarterback for your Raiders, bro? Who gonna play quarterback? Do you think you good with your quarterback, or do you want a new one?
I don't know, man. Because this is the thing.
Okay.
If you go draft a quarterback, right? You still they still gotta sit there, gotta learn the offense. They still gotta do all this stuff, you know, all those things like that. And I wish we were in a situation where Jimmy Garoppolo could have potentially given us a lot more. So that maybe Aiden O'Donnell could have maybe learned a little bit more. Not saying he would have been on the bench like Jordan Love, and not saying that he is Jordan Love, but it's just unfortunate. And I think that the best thing to do would probably be try to get a veteran quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I want Michael Penix, I would love Michael Penix, but
Okay.
it seems to be some teams are still concerned about the ACL situation. So, we'll see how that goes. But the only thing I have to say about Hugh Jackson, the thing about some of these older guys that are coaching, sometimes the game kind of passes them by. And they try to do things that were the go to, you
Mm-hmm.
know, when they were here
Yeah.
or when they were at this particular stage. So obviously Hugh Jackson's last swan song of sorts was the Browns. Didn't
Right.
get along with Baker Mayfield, so that ended up being that. So I went down to Grambling for a few years. So I don't know.
But I mean, it's just a bridge. Like I mean, like in a more positive light for your Raiders, right? It's just a bridge, OC, for right now. You need an OC who can step in and fill in the shoes because of the lack thereof out there right now, right? And then and wait till the guy comes along that y'all really want there. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, look, I mean, it's weird as it sounds when I say bridge offensive coordinator. I mean, but realistically, I mean, you just need somebody to fill in right now. You need the best available. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But so what do you think about this trade? I know you heard about this trade that y'all supposed to be doing. Totally just mock. It was a mock draft, right? But so y'all trading y'all second round pick, fifth round pick, and both of y'all fifth round picks. Okay, I know the fifth round pick for this year, and then the 2025 fifth round pick for quarterback Justin Fields. So 3 picks in total. Let me repeat those picks again. This year's second round pick, this year's fifth round pick, 2025's fifth round pick for Justin Fields. Because the Bears are going. It sounds like they're going quarterback. If they're entertaining offers from people right now, it seems like they're going to go quarterback.
I think that's a lot. I think it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of. I think it's
Wow.
a lot of value in this particular draft. Now, if you want to just say, "Hey, we'll just give you the fifth rounder this year and then give you a fifth next year," I can
Mm-hmm.
understand that. But giving away 2 draft picks in this particular draft, when there's a lot of value in this
Yeah.
draft, I wouldn't do that, especially when we got the situation with the coordinator. We don't necessarily know what direction we're going to go with, and Josh Jacobs. So I like Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm.
He's an intriguing, prospect of
Right.
in many regards. But without knowing what type of offense we're actually going to run, I think Justin Fields would thrive, obviously in a West Coast type of system. But I don't necessarily know if that's what we'll be operating with. But I still feel like that's too much from
So
this
if
particular draft.
okay, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. But it said, but and it also says with the first round, y'all take the tackle from Oregon State and Talise Fuga. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I'm bad with names. If that's the wrong name, it is what it is. Then in the third round, y'all would take the cornerback from Wake Forest, Kalen Carson. And then in the fourth round, y'all would take the halfback, Audric Esterman. But y'all already got Josh Jacobs there. Y'all got you know what I'm saying? You got excuse me. Got that best damn receiver in the game. Got Devontae Adams. I mean, Devontae Adams to me is still. I don't care what the stats say. We know what Devontae can do. We know what Devontae can do. You know what I'm saying? Snatch 50-50 balls and with Justin Fields and the running game of Josh Jacobs. I mean, look, I think Justin Fields would be a good fit for y'all, but I want him more than you do. Obviously, I think Justin Fields coming to Pittsburgh would be crazy. I love Justin Fields, but I get it though, because when you talking in this draft, there is some talent in every draft, and you're getting a lot out of these guys now, stepping up to the next level. But if they're entertaining ideas, I think the Bears is about to do something stupid, Shad. And I don't know, man. We talked about that when we did our mock draft. The Bears doing that is stupid. Dom. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be like, whoa, they got that they trying to get rid of him, man. I mean, to bring in somebody else, I can't call it. I can't call it, bro. I can't call it. But I'm gonna move on, man. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say up in the chat and no questions for my man or for us, we gonna go ahead and we gonna move on to the next slide. But we gonna be kicking it here in a minute. All right, so we're gonna go ahead to the move one and then go into my Pittsburgh Steelers. So yeah, get it out now, because you know what I'm about to say. Like I always say.
I don't know what you're gonna say, but
You think I'm
y'all
about to say?
slick. Y'all
What you
slick.
think I'm about to say?
No,
What
I
you
don't
think,
know.
Shad?
I don't know what you're gonna say, but
What you think though? I said what you think I'm about to say though.
I don't know.
He about to say
But,
this is gonna be our year.
but I think I'm not. No, I'm gonna say
Hell
this.
no, I ain't about to say that. I
Nah,
ain't about to say that.
y'all are slick. Y'all are slick.
Why is that?
It took me a minute to put it together, but y'all are slick.
What's that?
Y'all went out and hired Arthur Smith, who is the heir apparent to FedEx.
Mm-hmm.
So when his old man, says his goodbyes, he's gonna get that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all want to keep Arthur Smith around because y'all trying to find ways to bring more money into the franchise.
Yeah.
So y'all can be more attractive
Right.
in this free agency because the rumors are out there that y'all in the Bengals, y'all don't pay nobody.
No, we don't.
So this ain't even about putting the offense on the field. Y'all playing the long game right now.
Yeah. I mean, we need to. I mean, look, we need to, man. We ain't never paid nobody in Pittsburgh, dog.
Never.
I mean, never.
Pittsburgh like the hood. It's like living in the hood, man. You get what you get. If you don't, you move on.
That's it. That's it. We don't pay a soul out there, bro. We don't pay that. We don't pay nobody out there. Like I've seen so many great players that I've loved and for the Steelers, and they gone. I'm like, why ain't we paying him? Why ain't we pay him? You know what I'm saying? But when it's all said and done, I want a damn quarterback. Everybody keeps saying we need corners, They keep saying we need corners, and I believe we need a damn quarterback in Pittsburgh. I don't know. They talking about bringing Baker Mayfield. They talking about bringing Kirk Cousins. They talking about the only one that I like that's out there and that's available, because we know the Bears is about to do something stupid like the Bears always do. They're going to give up Justin Fields. And I want Justin Fields, but I honestly let me be honest, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all real quick. Can I be honest? Can I keep it real out here with everybody? I think we got something against black quarterbacks. The only black quarterback we ever had in Pittsburgh is goddamn who? Cordell Stewart. And guess what happened in Pittsburgh?
Y'all had Charlie Bench.
Man, listen, man, Charlie
don't count.
Listen, bro. Listen, hey Shad, listen, man. I ain't no man. Look, I'm just saying, like, in Justin Fields, it's not like he's not articulate, like he's not smart, like he can't handle himself. He speaks well enough to the media, you know what I'm saying? He's not dumb, ignorant, you know what I'm saying? But we never, like, what's going on with that situation in Pittsburgh? Like, what's up? Like, I mean,
I'm
really,
gonna be politically correct. Our town ain't built for that atmosphere.
That's where we got to start doing.
It don't matter if we can get Patrick Mahomes, they wouldn't let him come here. You feel me? I'm at that.
That's crazy. And the way that you feel like that and you're there in Pittsburgh, like is a shame, because like, look, I honestly feel like that's why we got to think outside of the box. I think Omar Khan is trying to do that. Like Shad said, like by him hiring the FedEx kid's son, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to bring more money. Omar Khan I think he's going to pay more people than what we used to. He knows that has to change in Pittsburgh. We got to retain talent in Pittsburgh. Our fan base is one of the biggest fan bases in the world, period, point blank. I don't even know why we ain't had a damn London game. Because I done lived all up and down the damn East Coast throughout my life on this earth. And I'm telling you, every city that I've lived in up and down this East Coast got as many Steeler fans in that damn city as there is of that home team. Believe it or not. I'm not lying. I am not lying. If I'm lying, I'm flying. The only time you see more fans of that particular city up and down the East damn coast is at the damn stadium when they tailgating. Other than that, there's Steeler fans everywhere. Everywhere. That's why they say we travel well. But the fan base is big as hell, but we don't pay nobody there. It's like we always been a developmental like pro team. Like you come to Pittsburgh, work on your things that you need to work on to get paid, and then you out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we should have kept Bud Dupree. Could you imagine Bud Dupree? Like I'm not nothing against Hightower, but could you imagine Bud Dupree and TJ Watt right now on the same damn team? That would be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy.
Just
But
imagine along the lines of like receivers, right? So just imagine when you get rid of AB and a couple of other receivers that would have came back. The team that would have came back the next year after that, them dudes was putting up numbers in receiving. You feel me? When they let him go, it was you know what I mean? They make a problem for you to be able to. If you notice that about the Steelers, like, you know what I mean, they make a problem for people who know that you're supposed to get paid, and you got agents and everybody in the NFL and the media and everybody can see that you're supposed to get paid. Don't make a problem for you to get out of there.
Right. And that's why I'm like, man, so I can't rock with it. That's it. That's the bottom. But I honestly do believe that Omar Khan is trying to change that with the Steelers, though. I do think that Omar Khan is coming in there trying to change that. But we definitely got to get the times has changed, man. Times has changed, and to me in the NFL, and I want everybody's opinion on this, including everybody in the chat. Yours too, Shad. I want everybody's opinion. I believe that you need a dual threat quarterback in the NFL nowadays. Even if they don't run as much as you know a dual threat would, but you got to be able to outrun. You got to have some kind of speed to play quarterback in the NFL. This to me,
if you're not like a Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, Jackson, if you ain't no quarterback like that, the era is over for the Peyton Mannings to sit in the pockets and all that. The defense is way faster now. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like you can't even do all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not time for that. As you can see, teams that play like that, they struggle the most.
Right? Facts. It's a fact. It's a fact. I mean, look, look, y'all. We just seen Brock Purdy get busy on the lines in a comeback. Brock Purdy. We seen Brock Purdy come back on the Detroit Lions and get busy, and Brock Purdy ran damn near all season. You got to be able to lose your legs in the NFL to be a successful quarterback. That's just the bottom line. And I don't think. And Pickett and look, and Shad said something real smooth, man. And I want you to touch on that some more, Shad, because when we was rapping, you said something that had me like, yeah, you're right. What did you remember? Do you remember what you said about Kenny Pickett? Do you remember what you said about us taking him in the draft and all that?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and spit that, man. That was real.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett had that one good year in a year that under normal circumstances, he wouldn't have had that year.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right. He said exact words. He tried to say that. If COVID never happened, Kenny Pickett don't get drafted. He don't have another year at Pitt. He's not even getting drafted. So he don't do what he did at Pitt. And that one good year at Pitt got him drafted to the Steelers. Yep. That one good year.
Yep. Got him drafted in the first round.
That one good year he had. And he did that damn fake slide that they kept showing over and over on that draft day. And I'm sitting there watching the draft. I'm watching the draft with my son. And the real shit, I broke my 55. I had a 55 on the wall. I replaced it with a 75. Yeah, I went up 20 inches, nigga. But look, I broke my TV because I'm sitting there watching the draft with my son. I got the remote in my hand, like so. And I'm thinking we're gonna take Willis. Now, let's grant it. Willis ain't dead much. Out there, but I'm watching it. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, we about to get him. We about to get Willis. We about to get Malik Willis. Me and my son looking at each other. They said Kenny Pickett. I got down. That remote flipped out of my hand. Said, fuck. I said, motherfucker, what the hell was we thinking? Why would we get a pick quarterback that ain't win nothing? He's not Dan Marino.
Hey, I would tell you what's even funnier about this. I'm looking at it. Kenny Pickett in his last year.
Pickett has Donald Trump hands.
In his last year, Kenny Pickett threw more touchdowns in his last year than he did the previous 4 seasons that he was in.
That's what I'm saying. Shad, bro, that's exactly what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. And look, and all the Steeler channels out there, they hate me when I say this. They be talking about you're a hater for real. You're not no, I'm not. I'm not a hater. What I am is I'm not on this Kenny Pickett train. Like, he's not the quarterback for us. He can't play. You gotta, to me, look, the NFL used to build their teams, and y'all could correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the NFL used to build their defenses how the Pittsburgh Steelers and how the Baltimore Ravens' defense was looking like for a couple years in a row, dog. It was
because they were like Maryland.
And
they
the
were
Ravens.
like teams. The Steelers and the Ravens were almost always the same team.
Right. And
the run heavy. To the quarterback that was good enough just to get it done, to the corners. We had a couple decent corners, then but the linebackers and stuff like that. Like, that's where all the NFL mimicked. Yeah,
right. They did. And you know what I'm saying? And David Talks Buff is in the building. I just did an interview with him. Y'all go check that out. Look, hey Dave, I promise you, bro. Yes, every fucking fan base out there, they love Kenny Pickett, bro. They love Kenny Pickett. They love him, bro. They are stuck on him. They think he's going to get us a damn Super Bowl. That's not happening with him, bro. It's not happening. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. In our division, do y'all see the defense? Do y'all see the edges that's in our division? Do y'all see the edges that's in the damn AFC North? Do y'all see that? The defenses are stacked. He can't outrun them.
It would be objective. Do you think if y'all had a better run game, do you think that would help Kenny Pickett?
I mean, look, our run game ain't pretty. It ain't flashy. It ain't CMC. It ain't the run game. Our running backs are making the top 10 highlights. No, but our running backs are solid. Our running game is good enough to for a defense to respect it. You know what I'm saying? For us to open up the playbook and do more plays and open up the wide receivers. We got weapons at receivers. Calvin Austin he'll blow the top off. If a corner and safety ain't ready for Calvin Austin, he'll blow right past you. He gone. For Memphis, he out. Deontay Johnson, he out on you. Pickens got hands. He blow out on you. Like they saying he got too much of a diva attitude. Like, how? His quarterback is trash and he knows it. He knows it. His quarterback is trash. He can't hit him. Like, and he knows it. And I don't think that there's nothing wrong with that now. I guess he can go about it in a different way. But it's just like Unc was saying, it's just how Pittsburgh is built, and everybody's like, oh, he shouldn't be like this. Yins guys, Yinsberg and Yins and all that other type ish. Oh, that's floating around over there to the point where they can't take an attitude like him. Even the super diehards, the delusional Steeler fans, they just like, he's just, he need to go. Pickens is our guy right now. Like, he's a beast, but we need a quarterback.
Yeah, don't never get this saying. Look, the Steelers always been like that if you really just think about it, bro.
Yeah, they got.
So through all the years, what was always the problem, even when it came down to the crucial? It was always the quarterback. Like, even like Big Ben was probably the best quarterback, but he was just like the typical piece, the prototype for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
But get somebody who we ain't gotta pay too much, and if he do good, then y'all that's who y'all gonna center it around.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to make him pick now do so good that they got to center the team around him. They look at it like, oh, we'll give him 2-3 years to see what he's gonna do. And them 2-3 years, every other team is developing. People are traded. Quarterbacks is the key to a football team.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't move the ball, then it don't even make a difference about how good your defense is, unless your defense getting pick six every. You know what I mean? You got to at least get 5 of them every game for you to even compete.
Right.
What that even look like?
Shit, I don't know. I couldn't tell you because you make a good point with that. Like I don't shit that our defense is. I think our defense is good, but a lot of people say we need corners. They giving up big plays. Yeah, they giving up big plays. They on the field the damn whole fucking game.
Whole game.
They're tired as hell.
Right.
Yeah, they giving up big plays. How the hell you think is somebody gonna keep up with Jamar Chase all fucking game long, just play after play? Our offense going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. You can't guard fucking them receivers on the Bengals back to back and young Zay Flowers and all of them. Like, yeah, we gonna give up big plays on defense when the defense is on the field damn near 85% of the game. Like, it's just crazy, man. But they say we need corners, but I don't think we need corners, man. We need a quarterback, and I think Justin Fields is our guy. I'll settle for Baker for a year or two until like another one of these other quarterbacks this year, because I like a lot of the college quarterbacks that's in college now.
You don't want Trubisky to play no more.
Trubisky, I think Trubisky should have been a bridge quarterback. I think Trubisky would have been all right if we'd have just left him in there and let him play his game in the offense. I believe the offense constricted Mitchell Trubisky. I ain't gonna lie. Mitchell Trubisky from around the block for real. He's from Eastern Ohio. In Mentor, Ohio. Mitchell Trubisky broke mad records in Ohio. Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears, he took them to the playoffs. That first season he stepped foot in there. He could move well. And to be honest, I think our offense just restricted him a little bit. I think so. That's just my opinion, though. That's my opinion for me being a fan. I could be biased and be blind by the biasness of Mitchell, you know what I mean, from him being on the Steelers, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the offense, I don't think the coordinator was right for Mitch. That's what I think. Because Mitch can get it done, bro. I mean, is he a starter to me, Shad? No, I don't think Mitch is a starter. No, absolutely not. I think he could come in there, fill for a couple games, but he should have, we should have been drafted a quarterback, and we lost out, man, because we didn't, man. We held on to Ben way too long.
Till they drug him through the mud too. From all the way around, media, everything. They drug him through the mud so bad. It was just like watching Elway. You know what I mean? Still in his late days, it's like you want to see him be great, but it's like no way, because you're not. The times changed.
Mm-hmm.
Every 5 years, something is different.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because you're gonna get one out of that. You're gonna get one remarkable player that's gonna overshadow the whole. Everything that's going on in the NFL. So, you know what I mean? Or you're going to get those players. I ain't going to say one, but you'll get multiple ones, and then you're not that quarterback no more.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get defenses that's getting faster. You old now. Your knees ain't moving. You can't do that scramble to throw the ball no more. He was getting sacked crazy in his latter years.
He was.
And his whole everything was the scramble. He was the quarterback who would get it done on the scramble.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing about the Steelers, too. They don't take risk. Like, there's no downfield play. Like, you watch the NFL, like, I'm not a big NFL guy, but I know I like highlights, and I catch up on what I need to, right?
Right.
I never in the last 5 years, I would say, to go back to 5 years again, I've never seen the Steelers get a highlight where the football gets moved down the field.
Okay. All right.
That's a tribute to quarterbacks. Now, we all see what the receivers can do, but how you going to be able to do that, like you said, if they can't get the ball to them, or if the quarterback ain't even in tribute, like he's not even in tune with the receivers.
Right.
That's like the diva thing with the receiver. It's not that in Pittsburgh. It's like you get chosen. Like you say, how do they over Mitch? How do we keep dude, right? So it's like, who's more popular? Hometown guy popular, so they got to build the story. It's a story around him. Whether we do good or bad, it's like, oh, we tried, and then it's like, but like I said, Patrick Mahomes could go up for free agency, and they wouldn't even put $1 out there to grab him.
No, we wouldn't. I'm hoping that Omar Khan changed that, though. I am. I'm hoping that Omar Khan come in. He changed that. The whole thing going on out there, because to be real, And I'm gonna close out with this, and we're gonna move on to the next topic. Um, with the Steelers, man, we was an average team, to be honest. And if Mike Tomlin's not there, we don't have the record we have. That's all I gotta say. Like, they love playing for Mike Tomlin. If any other coach is there, we're gonna have a worse record. And this is being real, but we gonna move on because I know Shad and I know my man out there, South Coast Kane, been waiting on this one all day long. And I know y'all been waiting on this, right? So I said, South Coast King, man, he been supporting me heavy on Twitter. Now I got all kinds of millionaires on my accepting my friends and they following me. I'm like, he got 1 million followers. Like, who's this dude? He's a millionaire. I'm like, what? Like, oh shit, like who's this? Like, all right. So shout out to South Coast King for putting the boy on. You heard me? Yeah, heard me. All right. So Shad, the last thing that was really a big news topic with the Hurricanes, with your Miami Hurricanes and all that, was the quarterback controversy, right? But since then, there's been other things that's been going on with the Miami Hurricanes. I've seen how extensive the culture is with the Miami Hurricanes. There's a culture down there, right? Because I did my research. I told him, I said, I'm going to look everything up about these Hurricanes that I possibly can. Miami Hurricane football is so rich and there's so much to it that I understand why the fans are the way they are and how the legacy is with that football program down there in Florida. So with that, just starting off with that, I just wanted to get a respect to that, you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen that there's been a lot of great football players who come through there. Edgerrin James, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Benny Blades, Michael Irvin. And y'all got Cristobal now. Y'all gave Cristobal a chance, right? Because I've been seeing it in the latter years with the program. There's been no tolerance for the head coaches. But we see Cristobal moving in a positive direction. You know what I mean? His first season wasn't so bad. Last season, he got a couple more wins. Y'all probably should have won a couple games last year that y'all dropped, honestly. But y'all's moving in a positive direction, right? You say that y'all might get what, 9 wins this season. I think I said 9 wins with the add of Cameron Ward at quarterback, right? How do you feel about your team as a total in all the positions? And do you still, right now, Shad, have any concerns with that defense? Are you still feeling the same?
Yeah, yeah. I still feel the same. Ain't too much. Ain't too much changed. Kind of after you kind of sweep the confetti up on the floor by getting a couple of players, and then you kind of look more into things, and then you kind of realize, well, I don't necessarily know if these players are a upgrade to what we
Mm-hmm.
had. You know what I mean? So also you kind of look at some things, looking at the schedule. Like I said, I try to be objective. We really didn't play. Maybe let me see. I go with Colonel Wigman,
Mm-hmm.
Drake May, and I'll go probably the quarterback from Clips and Kate Klubnik. So, and maybe and might throw Haynes King in there. But for the majority of the schedule that we played last year, from a defensive perspective, we really didn't play that many like quarterbacks that really could just, you know, do some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna be interesting to see how things look. I think, not saying that we'll be playing a lot better quarterbacks this year, but I think it'll be a little bit better than it was last year in terms of the quarterback play. So, and then going into the second year, they got film on you now,
Mm-hmm.
so they kind of understand your tendencies and things like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see, how things work, especially for a coordinator I'm not, and like I said, I like Lance Guidry. I don't have anything bad to say about him. But this will be his second year coaching at this particular level, and so guys will pick up on your things, really quickly. That's one thing that we watched under the Manny Diaz, regime. Um, about 2 years, well, really 3 years to be honest. They kind of figured out what was going on. The talent level, was kind of diminishing, which I don't think the talent level is diminishing now. But you do kind of people kind of figure you out, and so I'm just those are my only concerns with the defense, though. To be
Yep.
honest.
All right. All right. I mean, it sounded a little bit better than what it did last time, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It did like last time. It sounded a lot though. It sounded a lot better. It sounded like you feeling a little bit better about what's going on with the defense, but you still like. I mean, of course, you're just being realistic with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what these guys are going to produce. Although I think that y'all gonna be all right. You know what I mean? I think I'll be all right. With that and the defense and just real quick of what I could say that's on paper right now. If if y'all are putting up points like how I think y'all should be able to with adding Cameron Ward, and we don't know if Cameron Ward gonna have a job because look, Jakari said he ain't backing down. You know what I'm saying? But if
ain't no if
y'all if y'all put up points, if y'all put up enough points and y'all playing ahead, I think that y'all defense would be able to withstand the other team offense, like playing, you know what I'm saying, as far as the edge y'all got, the backers y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, the questions and everything. But if y'all playing up, y'all should be all right. I mean, that's easy to say for a lot of teams, but I don't think that y'all have a boo-boo defense, just a defense that's just gonna get ran over. Like everybody just gonna go right through the Miami Hurricanes. I don't think that, but I do want to talk to you about the schedule, and I know it's way, way, way too early for a prediction. And I just want to ask you your honest opinion with some of the games, right? So y'all got the Gators at Gainesville, Florida, in Gainesville. So they're home. The Florida Gators at home. You think that's a dub? Y'all got that or what?
Yeah. I think we'll have that. I don't think that Florida's defense will be much better than it was this past year. So
Okay.
I like us in that game.
I look. I like the Gators. I like y'all too, man. The Gators they seem to be in some kind of rebuild mode right now. Then it's
I don't know what they're
at home versus the Florida A&M Rattlers. But FAMU, y'all got FAMU at home. I know. I think that's a dub, but I don't. I mean, they did win the SWAC, but that's a dub.
I think this is a unique game because I think that FAMU has recruited a lot better than some of their peers in terms of being able to get a lot of Power 5 guys that didn't make it for whatever reason, whether it was academics, whether it was attitudes or whatever. They've been able to pick up a lot of those guys. Obviously, again, we have the clear talent advantage. They got to replace a quarterback. They got a new coach in there. So, we should, I mean, we're that should be a W, but I don't think the game will look like how maybe some people may think it's going to look. So.
Oh no, they the SWAC champs. They the SWAC champs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. You know what I mean? It's HBCU. And they are the SWAC champions. Of the SWAC. So
I think we'll get them by 3 possessions, but
okay.
I'm sure most people will be more inclined to see something along the lines of maybe like a 68-14 or something like that. I don't see that. But
Then y'all got Ball State, man. Y'all got Ball State at home, the Ball State Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean that should be
that should be a blowout. That's the blowout game right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it, man.
Yeah, I think that would be the blowout game.
All right. Facts. Let's talk it. Let's talk that instant. All right. We have. Then y'all going to USF to go play the Bulls. Now they did just like they mollywopped that shit out of Syracuse. They beat Syracuse kind of bad, and I was like, wow, 45 zipped them. And Syracuse, I mean, with let's granted they had some players out, but I mean they 45 zipped them though. I'm like, dang. I thought they would at least cover. They ain't even cover that game. I mean, what you thinking on that one? And y'all going to USF? Y'all going that to there, right? Y'all going to Raymond James
Uh,
State?
that's a tricky game. You know, you look at it from what they were able to do to Alabama last year. They got a pretty good head coach in the building. I think they're bringing back quite a bit of um, returning production next year. So I think it should be. I think this should be. I think this should be a tough game. I'm not gonna say it's a 50-50 game. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna say that because I think we had a talent advantage in that situation. But I do think that they are going to maybe be able to get some of make the game interesting.
All right, all
And
right.
so
So where you at? Like, what? So where you at? Where you leaning like 70-30, 60-40? What? Where you at with this 55-45? What?
I'm at yeah, I'm at 60-40.
60-40? All right, I take that. I take that, dog. All right, all right, all right. I think you know what? Shoot, man. I have to say that's a dub for the Canes, man. So right now I got y'all sitting at 4-0 right now with I got the Canes sitting at 4-0, man. I think that's a dub. Now, this next one, believe it or not, they showed some things last year that this just a bowl game that I was watching, and I know everybody like, hey, was playing Tulane. Well, to be honest with y'all, Tulane is a Power 5 team, and even though and Tulane did have the best rushing defense in the American Athletic Conference. I don't know if everybody knew that, but Virginia Tech Hokies ran all over them in a game that was raining, cold. All you could do is run the ball, but they ran all over Tulane, and that was shocking because that was Tulane's strong point. So, and, I mean, and granted, I know you like, oh, well, Tulane's a level down, but these you can't sleep on them AC and them AAC teams, man. You just can't sleep on Memphis. SMU's coming over to the ACC and stuff. Like, you can't sleep on them teams, man. They'll give up. They will ruin your season if you don't go in there and playing Tulane and them boys at their best. Like, if they'll ruin your season. That's a fact. But y'all got Virginia Tech and y'all got them at home. But you got that game.
That's a right. I mean, that's a rivalry game.
Mm-hmm.
They Virginia Tech has been down, lately with the last couple of years. I think this is gonna be a bounce back year for them. I'm actually gonna put this as a 50-50 game.
Oh,
Actually, put it
oh.
as a 50-50 game.
You're 50-50. You 50-50 with this one. All right. But you gotta say, so what is so what if it, so you can't even pick on that one, huh? Yeah, because it's way too early anyway. Way too early. But yeah, shoot, man, I say y'all get them, even though they ran the ball well. That's another one. Now I don't even really want to ask you about California Golden Bears. I mean, California, they new to the ACC. I think y'all about to put something on them. I don't know exactly. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I know everything about Cal, but I just know Cal stunk up the Pac-12. They going over to the ACC, and I know they about to get smacked. That's all I know. But what you thinking, man? And y'all playing in Cali?
I don't think Cal is as bad as some people think they are.
Okay.
I've kind of looked at some of the things that they had. They had a freshman quarterback that started. And so obviously when you got a freshman quarterback that's starting, you're gonna have some rough patches in the road, with that. They beat some, some they ended the season 6-7, so they weren't that bad. Going
Mm.
out to Cali after playing a rivalry game, to be honest with you, I'm actually leaning towards Cal in this game.
What? What? All right. Hey, he being honest though. He being honest. Hey, he being honest, man. Hey, that's what it's about though. This is why I rocks with bro. Like this is why, because he's not one of them super fans that think his team just is going to just run through everybody. You know what I mean? But look, man, yeah, I think that's another one, man. So I think I got y'all undefeated right now. Now these next two, because y'all got a bye week after Cal, y'all come off the bye week. But these next two is where I think it's two losses. But you got Louisville at Louisville. And right now, as of right now, they're ranked number 22, but you got Louisville at Louisville. And that got some history too, as of right now, up to date. So what you thinking in that game, Louisville? I think like I said, I think it's a loss. Seeing what Louisville did last year in the ACC, they fell short. They lost some games late in the year. Um, but I think they come back. I think they made some nice moves in the portal to add to that team. And look, I think they pick up right where they left off in the ACC. You know, they reclaim their spot, and I don't know. I just for some reason I think that's just a L. But what you thinking, man?
We haven't won after a bye week in a long time, so I'm not picking that we break the streak this year.
All
So
right.
got us losing to Louisville.
What? Okay, so Florida State, Florida State, man. I think well, obviously we seen what they was doing last year. I think that's the right now y'all going back and forth with them as being the premier program of the ACC right now, if you ask me. But I like what they did, and I think that's a loss. However, I still don't think that this takes y'all out of the ACC championship, out of contention for it. But I do think this is another L. What you think, Shad?
Again, I think this is a rivalry game. They're coming down here to Hard Rock Stadium. Um, last time that they were down here,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say no. Wait a minute. Let me see. We played there last year. Okay, so yeah, last time they played here, they blew us off the field. But I mean, I don't see that happening again.
Okay.
Um, again,
Okay.
I got this as a 50-50 game. I really
50-50.
as a 50-50 game. You can
So
go
you
either.
got it as a win. You got it as a win, but you ain't got it as a confident win. But you got it as a win, though. You
No,
got it as a
because
win.
no, because I'm not gonna I can't because again, what most people will say is that okay, we held the game came down to they beat us by 7 points, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and cool.
They
Whatever.
shouldn't have beat y'all. If you ask me, for me watching the game and me not being a fan of either, being neutral, I don't think they should have beat y'all last year. But I mean, I think they going. I don't know. This I just got as L. I mean, but it's way too early for the predictions. You know what I'm saying? Like, minds could change. It's way too early to really be doing it. But I just wanted to talk about the Canes, and you go through the schedule. So, but I don't think they should have beat y'all last year. But what was you about to say?
No, just it's a like I said, it's a 50-50 game. I think a game like this on
Mm-hmm.
paper, we're a lot more talented than they are on paper. But I think it's going to come down to the coaching situation. They got DJ, as you say, ugly game. Uh, we got Cam Ward. We're playing at home, so it's gonna be a big time atmosphere. DJU is not. You know, I don't think situation like this scare him or anything like that. So like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how these two rosters, come together over the next couple of months. But like I said, I got it as a 50-50 game right now.
Okay, nice. All right, I like that, bro. I like that. All right, so Duke, y'all got Duke at home right after that. Duke Blue Devils. I mean, Duke, they dropped some games last year where I thought Duke was going to play a lot better than what they finished up being. To be honest, you know what I'm saying. But kind of let me down. But look, to see them doing as well as they doing in football is a shock. You know what I'm saying? Because that's normally a basketball school. You know what I mean? But I gotta go as a dub, dog. I gotta go. This was a dub. I don't think Duke ready. I don't think Duke ready. Not for y'all and y'all team. You know, if it was against somebody else, maybe. But I don't think Duke ready, man. I think y'all beat Duke at home. Y'all take that win. So right now, I only got 2 losses on the schedule, and I think I'm comfortable with saying that's what I'm gonna go with the rest of the way. Um, seeing the schedule, and I don't got no times or nothing, but that's a game I'm saying y'all winning, bro. What you got with Duke, man? What you got for Duke? Duke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we beat Duke as well
All right.
because I mean we got the former head coach coming into town, so I think it's gonna be the focus is gonna have to be there. But the only problem that I see in dropping in the only scenario I see us dropping a game like this is where it's scheduled. It's scheduled after probably the two toughest teams on the schedule, Louisville and Florida State. So the only way I could see a situation us losing to Duke is if we lost a significant piece or some significant pieces um, after playing Louisville and Florida State. So that's the only way I see a loss to Duke. Even footing, we don't have any mishaps. I don't see us losing to Duke.
Now, all right. Now I lied. I lied. Georgia Tech at Atlanta in Atlanta. Georgia Tech is building something different up over there, bro. Georgia Tech is doing something different. I think they trying to get back to their prominence out there, and I think this is where y'all might drop another one. But I think I might drop another one. Georgia Tech, man, them Yellow Jackets, man. They just sneaky. And when you see these programs like this who don't make these big splashes in the transfer portal and they holding on retaining guys like that, the way they moving, I think that's a good thing for the program. That and should entail that they are doing good things with that program. And I think y'all drop to Georgia and Atlanta to Georgia Tech. What you thinking?
Nah, I think I think we beat Georgia Tech.
All right.
We have to a lot is going to be made about the outcome of the game for this past year. Not taking the knee. So I think the guys will be a lot more focused and will have an edge coming out in that particular game. So
All right.
I don't I don't see a loss right there.
I mean, look, I wouldn't win them because they at home. I mean, Georgia Tech is they building something different, bro. I mean, they are, man. They trying to get up. They trying to get up out of the old ways. They moving in the right direction with that program, man. They really are, man. And I like that, man. I like what they doing down there. I ain't gonna lie, but Wake Forest, Demon Deacon, Wake Forest, man. Y'all gonna beat them, and then y'all got Syracuse right after that. Y'all gonna beat them, man. I mean, look, I mean, even though Cal McCord playing for Syracuse, they ain't Syracuse just ain't gonna roll over. You know what I'm saying? They let y'all whoop 'em. But look, man, y'all got that, man. Wake Forest and Syracuse, them is 2 L's, no 2 dubs. I mean, not L's. Them is 2 dubs for y'all off the back, bro. What you thinking, man?
I think we beat Wake Forest, but I think we might run into some issues with Syracuse.
Are you serious? Are you serious? You fucking with me? You playing with me, bro?
All right.
Man, Syracuse? Man, no, no, man. And then I don't think so. I don't think. Well, I don't know, man. Look. I know. I don't think so because look, they
We're
just got look. They got things. They getting they coaching staff going on over there. They just got things
going,
rolling.
we're going to Syracuse though.
Yeah, I feel that, man. But Syracuse, it ain't. Is it? They ain't no tough place to play. I mean, not to me. I mean, like, look, this is my opinion. I don't think Syracuse is a tough place to play. They ain't, the orange, but for Pittsburgh, yes, it's tough for us. That's a like rivalry, whatever. But like I don't know, man. Y'all right now on paper. Y'all team is way better than Syracuse's. Syracuse ain't got no. They ain't gonna have no answer for y'all. Y'all got too many weapons for that team right now. That's why they made the move of getting Colorado's coach over there. Is because of that, and they still trying to build some things over there. Dang, dang.
Chuck,
Can you hear me?
Chuck, and you sound like some of the fans uh that don't look that don't like me.
Nah, look, look, nah, bro. We rocking out, bro. Ain't nobody better than us
Oh,
out here doing this, man. We
okay.
rocking, but I have a hard time believing that Syracuse could beat y'all, man. But you know what, man, you may be able to sway my opinion on that though. But I don't see that happening. It's too Syracuse though,
See this,
Syracuse.
see this the thing. See this is the thing you gotta look at, right? And this is how I have to look at it. And I did a video about this. This is one of my first videos I ever did on my YouTube channel, and it was titled, or where it was talking about how the transfer portal is gonna separate the recruiters from the coaches. And I think when you put the transfer portal players on a lot of these teams are gonna look different from year to year.
Mm-hmm.
While I can say, while probably pre-transfer portal, I probably will have the same mindset that you have. But seeing is that the transfer portal can give a team a 1 year kick, then I have to look at it from that particular standpoint, like that, to say like, yes, so Syracuse. I'm looking at Syracuse right now. Syracuse got 11 transfers. They have one, two, three, four, five, six. Out of those 11 transfers, six of them are coming from the SEC. So that's a different caliber athlete that they haven't had up there in a long time. Fran Brown is a very respected guy. I think they've put a good staff together. Syracuse actually is going to be the second team that I follow this year because I like Fran Brown. I listened to his introductory press conference.
Okay.
I just think he's a no nonsense guy, and I think that they'll be able to do something. I think Cal McCord not being in the pressure cooker of being at Ohio State. I think he does look. I think he looks a little bit better this
Yeah.
year. So
All right. I like that. Look, look. You know what? You feel like Cal McCord gonna do better in Syracuse, and
I
the
mean,
same way I feel like Van Dyke is gonna do better in Wisconsin.
I believe that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like I believe that move fits him, you know what I mean, different and better, you know what I'm saying, going to the Big Ten in Wisconsin. So I feel what you're saying like about that. You feel like Cal McCord gonna go to Syracuse and play ball better. But we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We could make a friendly bet for some push-ups on that one. You know what I mean? I'll bet you some push-ups on that game right there. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? We get down, we do some push-ups. I bust them out, you know what I'm saying? I'll be wrong if I could be wrong on that. But like I said, this is way too early to be talking about schedule losses and wins. But I do think, and I
I mean,
think we both agreed on it before that a 2-3 loss scheduled team can still make the college football playoff championship. I mean, I think so. I don't know if it's going to happen in the ACC, not until ACC teams start knocking off the SEC teams and Big Ten teams. When they start winning more of those games, then I think the ACC will be a lot more respected with that. But we know for sure there's going to be a SEC team or a Big Ten team that's going to have 3 losses and they're going to be in the college football playoff. We know this.
yep.
We know that's going to happen. Like we definitely know that. I'm sure we all could agree on that. But look, man, that's it, man. That's all for that we got right now for the day, man. Y'all make sure that y'all checking out my man
I,
Shad.
wanted to say one thing before we got out of here.
Go ahead.
It was brought to my attention because I listened to a show,
Okay.
and the question was how is if you were a Detroit Lions fan, how do you feel right now,
Mm,
knowing that the two teams that are playing in the Super Bowl, you beat the Chiefs and you should have beat the 49ers. As a
mm.
Detroit Lions fan, how do you feel about that? if you were a Lions,
Crush. You crush. You crush. If you a Lions fan, you crush right now, man. If you a Lions fan, you feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because like you, I mean, look, in the same sense though, you just feel like, look, we should be there because we, like you said, we beat these teams, and you're mad. They're just mad. They're upset right now, and they don't know what they really want to do because look, they were so close, man. And I had Detroit winning all the way, man, and I was wrong, man. I had Detroit going in the NFC, and I believe I had with Baltimore in the AFC. So if I'm a Detroit fan, I mean Detroit Lions fan right now, I'm pissed. I'm mad because these teams really can't fuck with us. They shouldn't have lost the 49ers at all. Um, I probably want to get rid of my head coach for the bad calls that he made. If I'm a Lions fan, just out of just being a fan and not really looking at the game, the way that it is, and that's what I got, bro. I'm tight, man. I'm just tight. And I'm trying to speak from a Detroit's fans point of view right now. I'm tight right now, though, bro. I'm so mad. Like I don't know what to do. Like for real, I'm probably pissed off if I'm a Detroit fan because, like you said, like how the hell these teams is weak as hell and they're in there and we not. Like
yeah,
that's weak.
yeah.
That's weak. But what you thinking, man? Like what you, if you a Detroit fan, what you thinking? Because I know you got something for this.
I mean, you got it. I mean, you kind of kicking yourself because you had the 49ers. You know where you. I mean, you had your foot on the neck right there, and
Right.
a couple of gambles that didn't go your way.
Mhm.
Kind of does that, and then these particular opportunities they're not guaranteed, right?
Right.
Because I know, like you take like Dan Marino for instance. They went to that one Super Bowl, and I'm sure a lot of Miami Dolphin fans felt like, okay, this is going to be a yearly thing, and never made it back again. So it could be a situation that the Lions don't make it back here. But I think with them bringing their coordinators back,
Yeah.
keeping some of that, I think they will still be good next year. And, they can probably put this behind them. But if this falls flat, Philadelphia Eagles style, they're gonna be kicking themselves about this because you had both those teams. You beat one team and you had the other team
Sure.
up for the count.
Right. Right. There is no guarantees that you're gonna make it that far back in the NFL, man. But damn, man, they had a hell of a run, man. Them Detroit Lions had a hell of a run, man. Um, and there's no guarantees you're gonna get back there. But I know you got to be kicking yourself in the damn. I don't know, like how do you lose like that league? Like what I'm saying with the defense that they got, but it's. But you did say they needed corners. I believe that's what you said. You said they needed corners, and I mean, shit, they got exposed. I think that's what you was saying, bro. When we did our mock, bro, you was talking about them damn things. But
Yeah,
man, I feel like we left this topic a little early, man, because there is so much, man, that this damn NBA does, man. It's just like a popularity contest with this shit, man. It's crazy, man. It's just that's all it is, man. It's a popularity contest, man, like a damn beauty pageant or some shit, man. Um, cause there's been so much shit, man, that like okay, so let me say something, man, that I had read because I read down so much, man. And I wish Unc didn't pop out of here, but he did. Rudy Gobert was defensive player of the year in 2018. Okay, with 10 rebounds, one steal, 2 blocks. He only played 56 games. 56 games Rudy Gobert played, right? And he got defensive player of the year. Now, realistically, Anthony Davis should have got it right that year because he played 75 games. Anthony Davis played 75 games that year. He was averaging more board. He had was 11 rebounds, I believe it was 12 rebounds, 1.5 steals a game, and 2 2.6 blocks a game. So 2 to 3 blocks a game Anthony Davis was getting that year. Now you can literally compare and Rudy Gobert in 2018 to the 2018 Clint Capella. Clint Capella had the same amount of rebounds, the same amount of steals, and he was averaging about 2 blocks a game. But Rudy Gobert got Defensive Player of the Year. And Clint Capella played just as many games that same year, but Anthony Davis played 75, averaged more, and didn't get it. It's a damn beauty contest out here in the NBA. And I seen you pop back up in here, so go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, yeah.
What you think about that?
About the NBA being a beauty contest?
Like, okay, I said it's a damn beauty contest, like a damn beauty pageant. The most popular person wins awards because I'm gonna read that stat again.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it again for you. Rudy Gobert was the Defensive Player of the Year in 2018. All right, but he only played 56 games. His stats was damn near identical to Clint Capella's that year. And Clint Capella was like number 13 on the list, played damn near the same amount of games as Rudy Gobert, or the same, I believe it was. I'm going to look it up just to fact check it.
Okay.
10 rebounds, 1 steal, and they both was averaging 2 blocks that same year. Anthony Davis didn't win Defensive Player that year, but he played 75 games. He was averaging a steal and a half, 3 blocks a game, and 11 boards. His stats was better.
Right.
Pretty much. In 2018, Anthony Davis was. So let me go back and let me check that out real quick. 2018, Anthony Davis. Okay. Defense, what I say, Defensive Player of the Year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. That was Rudy Gobert, 2008. I gotta go back one more year. Let me double check that. Or was it up a year? It could be up a year. All right, because he ain't doing it. Okay, yeah. Yep. So Clint Capella, where the fuck is Clint Capella at? Because I know I seen him on here. Clint Capella had, yeah, that's what he had that year. Yep. And he ain't even on this list because they only got 12 on the list that I'm watching right now. But yeah, he had 10 rebounds. Clint Capella was averaging 10 rebounds that year, 1 steal, and to be exact, it was almost 2 blocks a game, but it was like 1.8. But shit, we rounding off, right? After 5, that's the next whole number up, right? So yeah, 1.8. But he wasn't even like, and he played 51 games. Yeah, 50. Yeah, 51 games Clint Capella played. And he played, and Rudy Gobert played 56 that year.
Yeah, if you look at it that way, it's definitely a popularity contest, like you said, because numbers don't lie. So
right.
if these people are in contention for that award, then everybody in that bracket of them stats should, get the same recognition.
Right.
But as you see, they don't. It doesn't work like that.
It don't. And it don't. And then look, it's happening it's happening so often. Like, okay, I think it was like, so this season it was the 2000. Yeah, okay. It's crazy because like you see, if you look at the history of the NBA and these awards, like the only award, when I was doing my research, I was doing it pretty quick because I go through a lot of subjects. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That year was crazy because, like I said, Luka Doncic, he shouldn't have got no rookie. He been playing pro ball, but Lou Williams was the 6th man of the year. I know if you remember, right? Lou Williams was for the Clippers. He played 79 games. You know what I'm saying? He was like the only candidate that I can honestly say that was deserving of the award that year. You know what I mean? He was he was averaging 23 points, 2.5 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal a game. He was shooting 43% from the field, 35% from the three, 88% from the free throw line. That's like shit. You could have put him in damn MVP race for real that year, but he was a six man, Lou Williams. But yeah, like it's just when you get to looking at the history of the NBA and who played how many games, the stats, the shit don't add up. The shit don't add up. The best player is not getting the awards at all. At all. The best in playing games matters. I get it. Like if you injured, you injured. Like you can't get MVP. You missing games. Like you know what I'm saying. Like and I get the argument where you said that, but like for me playing sports, you know what I'm saying. Like that takes away from you. You know what I'm saying. It
Right.
takes away from you. You're
Yeah,
injured.
asterisk.
You know.
Right.
Your body couldn't endure that. Your body couldn't endure the next man's day. He worked hard to keep his body in shape. Like that's why they go through the vigorous training they go through and everything to keep their bodies healthy, eat what they're eating and all that stuff. Like you can't, so you're gonna take from the next man. You was hurt for 20 games out of the season or suspended 20 games out of the season. Whatever you did to get suspended or why you missed 20 games is on you. But the next man who played all the rest of the games, he definitely deserved to, get the award, but it just seems like that whoever getting it now, I ain't rocking with that. But I just wanted to talk about that before we got up out of here and see how an NBA guy felt about that. Truly, like,
Yeah. I definitely think it's based on popularity. You know what I mean? And it's entertainment. As much as we love it, it's a sport to us. But when you get on that level, it's entertainment. You know what I mean? So you gotta please the people.
mm.
You know what I mean? So I was just watching a thing the other day, and they were still saying Steph Curry is the most sold jersey still, and it's just like cow. You know what I mean? Over with. From like we watch generations, and you know who your kids like, because you know what I mean. They watch basketball and like so on and so forth, and they friends, and a lot of these dudes are getting washed out the conversation. I mean, but it's all about who's marketable though. You don't see their favorite player get their shoe deal, get a commercial. You don't see them popping up in every TNT commercial. You don't see them popping up in your media feed on your Instagram and all that all day long.
Right. Who's next up in the NBA before we get on up out of here? We close the show out.
I like dude from the Pacers. Was it
the Pacers?
Yeah, I like him. I like Anthony Edwards for real. I think like maybe like 2 years more down the line, they're gonna figure out that they're either gonna get one more person.
He a dog.
Or he's gonna leave because he's gonna know that he's that dude. He
All
knows
right.
he's that dude now because you can see it in him. But but the way that the NBA goes right now, you know what I mean, you gotta align yourself with some players. You know what I mean? Catting them is cool, but they ain't gonna be able to be no competitors. He can't do it all. You know what I mean? He end up looking like Jimmy Butler at the end of the day type.
Right.
He needs to be alongside of somebody else. But I think Anthony Edwards is probably the next up in the NBA. It's one of LeBron and them leave.
Word. Now go ahead and plug your stuff, man. Before we get on up out of here, plug your social media. Let everybody know where they can get you at.
No, I'm good. Man. I don't
You
even.
good?
Yeah. I don't even do the social media no more. I don't. Facebook on Instagram gone. Yeah, I don't even.
All right, well, bet. Well. Hey, don't be a stranger over here, man. Come through, come kick it.
You just YouTube my world, man. It's fun over here, man. You know, I've been doing my little shit for podcasting for a minute. I stopped for a while though, but we're gonna link so you get me get my setup together again so I could get back. You know what I mean?
All right, bet. Sound good. That's good. All right, y'all. Peace. Hey, yo, man. Hey, Shad, man. Go ahead and hit your Why you muted, bro?
Oh no, my wife came back on. She was on the phone.
Okay. Wife, you done got Shad. She done got him, y'all. Go ahead, man. You know, man. Shout it out, man. You got shout out your Instagram and all that, bro. Before we close out of here, man.
Yeah, Shad 1419 on IG. No, Shad Yeah, Shad1419 on Shad Horn on IG, Shad1419 on YouTube, and Shad1419 on Twitter.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Bet, man. We got to get LNV a wrench, man. We got to get her a wrench. So I don't know how to do that though, Shad. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. But we got to get LNV a wrench, man. She always coming through, man. She be holding down all of us out here in the sports world, man. Shout out to Coach Hayes. Shout out to Raw High Media for you. Shout out to David Talks Buzz. Shout out to Alf Rue. Man, there's a lot of us out here, man. If I'm forgetting your name, bro, man, look, I don't mean to purposely, but I'm shouting out the people I've seen in my chat. So if I ain't never seen you in my chat, forgive me, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shad, man. Me and Shad always gonna be here, y'all, bringing y'all the latest and the greatest various topics on sports each and every week. Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 for the Central, 4:30 p.m. in the Mountain, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Be here. Bring your beer, bring your chips, your popcorn, your roll, your blunts, whatever. Come kick it with us. We appreciate it, y'all. We up out of here. Peace. Thank you, LMV. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Peace.